What's up, guys? Today is day 152 on our journey to 2000, and today we're going to go over 7 games, and then we're going to play a game. We're going to go through these a little bit quickly. After I lost the game yesterday, I played another game, which I proceeded to lose. We went into the Pierce defense, and then I make this mistake. I thought it was good because it stops ideas of like G4, because if G4 takes, and obviously, if I just thought I'm putting pressure here and it's okay to open this since I haven't castled yet. Apparently, that's just completely off. I think because it gives the knight space to come in. Not entirely sure, though. So I fight on the other side here. I move my knight. We trade the bishops, which makes me happier. I don't mind trading here. And apparently, this whole time I had to take. I just didn't like the knight getting into the position, but here, I mean, it looks like I could just fork. I can't, though. But it looks like I can. Anyway, I kind of don't do any of that. I finally trade a bit later. I let him take the pawn so I could attack it. And I thought I was in a decent position here, but I had to give up my rook. And this was just super hard to hold. And a few moves later, you could see he has 2 rooks against a rook and a knight. I got him into some tricky territory, and I got his clock to go down a bit. So there were some tricks here of maybe moving my king out of the way, checking, I don't know, picking up some pawns or something. But he gives up a rook, and I'm like, oh, I might have a chance here. And after this, I'm like, okay, this is pretty terrible. I have 5 seconds left. I'm trying to make moves. Maybe I had a chance if I had more time, but time ran out. Next game, we go into Fantasy Caro Kann. And I thought about this move. Taking this, first of all, I did not think this was good, but apparently it is. But I thought of taking this to ruin his pawn structure, and now this C pawn is weak, but I just didn't want to give up the bishop. And I didn't like how much control this bishop seemed to have here. Like, I thought, okay, then I could maybe bring my queen to target stuff, but I'm fighting on the wrong side of the board. That's not where he's going to castle. So that's why I didn't take there. I'm feeling pretty good about this position. I castle on the other side. We trade. I was scared of his knight coming into the position, but he didn't do that. And I didn't really like my position here, so here he offered a draw, and I just took it. Knights are very tricky. We have around the same amount of time. I'm like, I'll just take the draw. People don't usually offer draws and take them, right? So that was kind of interesting. I knew this move c5 was a bit weird, so I took. And then here I completely forgot he could just take here, but I thought I'm okay. I'll just develop and put pressure on his queen, which is what I end up doing. Now here, this is very cool. I didn't even think of pushing this pawn forward. But I have ideas here. For example, let's say he just develops a knight or something. I have ideas to actually trap the queen, potentially. Right here, the queen looks like it can't go anywhere. I think you could go to a3. But maybe there's a way of trapping him, or maybe he's just out of the game. I'm not sure. The cool thing is, I didn't play the right moves, but I did calculate a way to trap him. And this was the way. And that's it. His queen is trapped. He can't escape. So I thought that was really clever. I actually thought through all of this. And I was like, wow, I actually trapped him, and my opponent resigned. So that was really cool. In this game, we go for another Pierce. I attack straight away. My knight's in the middle of the board, which I feel like is nice. And I'm waiting for this opportunity to give this fork. So I need to get rid of this bishop. And I considered actually the best move. At some point, the best move was to push this pawn forward. But I thought this would be a clever way to try to get the bishop out of there. Apparently, his best move was to move the queen here. I guess the idea being takes, and he takes with check. And then he picks up this pawn. So he'll be up a pawn, and my position is a little bit weird. But his rook is also cornered, so this would have been an interesting game. But he does exactly what I kind of expect. And I get this fork winning the queen, and he resigns. You can see my opponent spend almost no time on his moves, too. In this game, which I can't click on, this was a Sicilian, I believe. And, you know, I'm kind of playing fast and trading stuff. And it gets into a very weird scenario. But I'm like, I have these 2 very strong bishops. Maybe I could do something. here I trade because I don't like the knight there. I didn't know how to handle it. Apparently, I could have counterattacked, which is interesting. I mean, he has this probably. Takes. But I guess the idea is I can just keep attacking. Jesus Christ. And then I could get my bishop to safety. So that's kind of cool. I didn't see those ideas. I traded. Here, I don't even... Oh my god. And I win the bishop. Unless he goes like this, no? Oh no, then I... Oh my god. Yeah, I did not see that. That's crazy. I just move my pieces around because my opponent is playing fast and I need to play faster. I'm running low on time. Instead of moving my rook out of the way, I have this discovered attack on the queen. We kind of move pieces around. And I'm trying to block his pieces access, but I have to play fast, right? Finally, I start playing fast. My opponent starts playing fast, and I feel like, damn it, g3 is my only move, which it was. And here, I had to stop these ideas of the queen coming in and checkmating, right? But I moved my queen to the other side of the board, hoping for some sort of like, not hoping, but trying to go for some sort of attack where I can just kind of attack. Mind you, I have 29 seconds at this point, and he finds the perfect, beautiful move that I cannot stop at all, and he gets checkmate. I have 0.7 seconds against 14.3 seconds left. You could imagine I was pretty annoyed at this point because I just lost the game on time. So I start playing fast, and I'm just down on the clock in the Pierce. I don't know enough about the Pierce, and I blunder a piece, essentially. Here, I thought I had this nice move attacking the queen, attacking the bishop, a discovered attack on the bishop. Problem is, he comes in with a check, and that just ruined my game, it felt like, at that point. And I tried to create some problems, tried to come in there, but at this point, you know, this is mate, and I didn't really see any way to stop mate. Apparently, I had 11 more ways to stop it, but game ended. By the way, my opponent here played with 94.7% accuracy, which is insane for such a long game, I feel like. Anyway, here we go into what I wanted to be a Vienna opening, but it kind of goes into this instead, and this is fine, but I always forget here with this fork that I could do things here. Like, I could save this bishop targeting this knight, right? Not right now, because it would stop the defense of my knight, but I could, for example, take, bishop back, takes. And this would have been fine. This would have been an equal game. I forgot about that. Instead, it turns out like this, so I still have my knight, but I don't have my bishop, and the game is very open. But I forced a trade of queens here, which allows kind of this destroyed structure, which helps me later on. And then my opponent finds a very nice move, right? I can't take here because then I hang my knight. So I kind of play the best moves here. And here, I do the same thing. I take the pawn here. He can't take because he hangs his bishop. So we're both kind of making the same types of mistakes. And apparently I was supposed to do this and just get into the back row, which makes sense now that I look at it. Like, these two pawns are very weak. But I didn't do that, and instead got into the back row like this. And I tried to find a way to get these pawns, but he found a way to, like, stop these ideas. And here I had this very interesting move. If he came here, I had a checkmate threat. This is the simple checkmate threat. If he went backwards, I think I just get into the position, right? So, lots of interesting stuff. But this is how the game progressed. I don't really make the best moves, and it ends up being a neutral game. And I'm like, okay, I see that. Oh my god, did I just mess up? I spent 2.5 minutes here calculating. No, I spent 1.5 minutes calculating here. If takes, push, takes, like here, takes, side, up, and I was calculating a bunch of different things after this exchange, and I didn't like this. I saw he doesn't even need to take. He could go for this pawn. I was calculating stuff like this, which was harder a bit. I don't think I calculated much of this. calculating stuff like this, which was the scariest thing here. Because now what? I was calculating if we both kind of stuck to our own things here and what would happen. And I thought I was losing, to be honest. But apparently I'm winning here. Ah. This comes with check. But if the king moved to a different square, that didn't come with check, right? If he moved like here. Okay. If he moved there. Whatever. I calculate all these things and I'm like, you know what? Let him take this. Maybe I just pick up this stuff and I'll take this later. Apparently it's still drawn here, but then he just walks away from his pawn. I guess because he has the time pressure. He's trying to like flag me. And it doesn't work. Like I just find the best moves here. And here he just completely blunders the position. I think I calculated this too, but you don't really need to calculate all the time. There's no way for him to win here. He can't catch up to the pawn. So that was a cool game. Anyway, you know what's a cooler game? The game we're about to play. Hopefully. I gotta drink some water. What are you saying? This is a 1603 rated player. Just out of curiosity, what's your peak? 1786, of course. Oops, I almost played the wrong move here. Here. This is not the quiet opening as it's called, I believe. It's not the classical. So how do I want to play this? I'll just play it normally. This is not a threat on its own. Let me just counterattack on the other side. Yeah. And I'm wary of doing this move now. I thought it was a decent move, but... Okay, I feel like my opponent is just playing random moves. Not that they're bad, it just feels weird. I could push this pawn, bring the bishop here. Maybe knight develops there. Let's go for that. Yeah, my opponent is just playing moves, but I guess I am too. Can we strike in the center? Takes. Develop the bishop here. He might bring the bishop, yeah. Now we come here, attacking the bishop. Also opening eyes like this. Okay, the bishop can't trade with our bishop now, but he can attack. Our knight can come back. Unless he goes forward, takes. And then if I do some random move, he could attack the knight. No, because then I can come here. Forward, takes. I guess with this pawn here, he could trap the knight. So I have to be very careful. What about here? Here. Too much. I hate how fast my opponent is playing. I kind of like the queen here. Targeting the... No, but I can't because of this. Knight here. I think this is a critical moment. I don't know what my knight is doing here. And I'm scared of this move. Maybe my bishop comes here. That way my knight has another escape square, but then my bishop doesn't have an escape square. I love how he spends time now. Okay. Yeah, I think everything is safe here. I like this knight move. Targeting the bishop, targeting this pawn, forcing a trade. Okay, I didn't expect that, but this is not a threat. This is not a threat. This is nothing. Let's go with this move. I like it a lot. Of course, taking on g2 is not necessarily amazing because it gives a semi-open file. But now I don't have any problems with being trapped. Which is good. To castle or not to castle? That is the question. Oh, it seems like he's gonna castle or maybe develop the knight and then castle. Can I bring my queen here, targeting this pawn? Maybe? Bishop can come here. That's actually a very interesting move. Wait, no it isn't. The pawn just takes. I'm a liar. It's not interesting. Here, what can he do to kind of stop this idea? Is there a way to trap me? No, but I don't know if I want to let that happen. He then has additional eyes here. I'm not sure what I want to do. I mean, knight can come here, then I lose this, so this seems like a good idea. I wonder here, can he sack here? Sack? No, I keep forgetting this is. I kind of like this move, actually. It allows my knight to develop as well. And he's gonna be forced here, maybe? Or attack my bishop, I guess. I kind of liked the queen looking here, though, but queen protects it. Yeah, I don't know if that was a great move. We'll see, though. I just want to develop my knight. Imagine takes and I have some sort of idea here. I don't think I do, but knight sack here, jack here, queen here. You could try to offer a trade, right? This could be easily stopped. Yeah, so we easily stop it. It does stop the bishop from moving, though. Bishop can come back here. Probably time to castle. Probably. Wonder if we castle on the other side. Does that work? I'll just castle. Maybe bishop comes back, goes here. What's the point of that? Is f5 a move? I create so many holes. But he can't take advantage of any of those holes. He would just be forced back to where he is right now. Right? Very tricky. Very quick player, too. Check. He could go to the side here. I want my rooks to come alive. Maybe rook here. Maybe I should start counterattacking here. I don't know what to do here, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure. I would lose 2 pawns there anyway. It doesn't make sense. So here, he does have this knight move. Bishop comes back. All right, let's just go for an attack here. I don't see anything in the center here. I guess c6 covers this pawn push. And if he tries to push us, he's gonna weaken his king, and we could probably just move our bishop back. Yeah, like I feel like this is just weakening stuff. Again, he has this, which I don't like. I don't like that it targets this. Can the bishop go back? Probably. Wow, so he's going to protect this. The knight is pretty good here, though. I don't know how useful it is to destroy that. Okay, here, if takes, he doesn't have any useful discovered checks. Maybe I could pin him. What if he doesn't take? If he comes forward, I can take. He comes. That's where he comes in with the check. King here. Gotta be a little careful. Maybe bishop here is better. Let's do that. I am allowing g5. Knights are so tricky. Yeah, it's probably time to push here. Okay, are we trapping him? No, but we are making him more useless. I kind of screwed up here. That's okay. Screw-ups are part of life. Have this, takes. You might try to double. Let's just take here. Ports the pawn. Gonna try to kick it out if takes. Takes. Here. I wonder if I could avoid that and just come here. Come here. Does this take too long? I feel like it might. Oh, he wants to redirect the bishop here. Maybe we close that off first. This is hard. Takes. Bishop. Rook comes in. King here. Rook can attack. No. That's the whole point, to give a check. Let's try it before he gets the bishop in the game. Oh, he took. Okay. Let's see if he plays fast and screws up because of that. But then he just doubles his rooks. What am I saying? I go here, king here. Yeah, this might have been not a great move. Because now my queen doesn't watch the bishop. Then again, the bishop can take here. Kind of a crazy game. Okay, attack the bishop. Go here. Maybe it would have been better here. Now he does have this rook move. Queen comes here. Very crazy game. Would I give this up? Or rook and a bishop versus a queen? I would probably do that. I just have to be very careful. I have a lot of pawns. All my pawns are on light squares, which is not a great thing. Here. This is a free pawn. Threatening some stuff. Right? This is pinned. Well, he might move his king now. Okay, or he didn't see it. That's good for us. We have some counterplay. All these checks are fine. Now he has to put something like this here, and then we take another pawn, maybe. Of course he can move his king, but if he moves this pawn forward, this just doesn't look right. If I came here, that would have been mate. So we're gonna go to the correct square. Okay. Let me just make sure this makes sense. I have a minute left though. I think it's fine. It also targets here. Oh, and he didn't see that. Okay. And we get the bishop. This is why you don't play fast, ladies and gentlemen. We have a winner. You know what influenced me to not stop and to keep going? If you guys watched, spoiler alert, Magnus Carlsen versus Fabiano Caruana, he beat him in an end game. And then, spoiler alert, Pia Kramling lost to Rame Prague's sister. I'm sorry, I forgot her name. And what's her name? Vaishali lost to Vaishali, and in a drawn endgame. So these kinds of things influenced me to not give up until the very end. And I guess I wasn't losing too bad. Well, okay, at one point I was. But let's go over this game. That was a great game on why you shouldn't resign. So, yeah, these ideas are always a bit complex in my brain. I just don't know what the best thing to do here is. For example, this looks super scary. But I guess I'm winning if he takes here because I'm more developed. Or not. I mean, this pawn is... Okay, it's even apparently. But anyway, the game continues like this. Okay, all of these moves are fine. The bishop move was fine too. This was a great way to get rid of his bishop. I was happy about that. Developing this knight was not... He could have taken here. How does that work? Huh? E4. Wow. That is a beautiful set of moves. Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, I was seeing, like, what's the point of this check? Wait, what's the point? Where do I want to redirect my... I guess I just want to redirect it back here. Okay, interesting. Anyway, this happened, this happened, this happened. Of course, pawn moves are my kryptonite. You know, I didn't like this. Apparently it works. Everything that I don't like works. That's what I learned in chess. Yeah, here he took a pawn. Am I crazy? Did I just not notice that he took a pawn? Where's my brain? That I was just like, oh yeah, let me take it back. Wait, what is the idea here? What is the idea? Wow. Wow. What is the knight doing here? Very interesting. Very interesting. Now he could counterattack. What an interesting game, man. What an interesting game. So here, taking on b2 and saying, hey, I'm not scared of anything in your position. You have split pawns. My bishop's coming in. What can you do here? Nothing. Jeez, that's kind of crazy though, no? Wow. That's some fascinating stuff. Anyway. I play it like this instead. This is apparently a blunder. 2 rooks for a queen I thought was okay. To be honest. Oh, I'm playing all the best moves here. Okay. Okay, maybe not all the best moves. And here he blunders. Here. Oh, yeah, of course. Why didn't this come to my mind? I feel like maybe it did come to my mind, and I was saying queen versus rook and bishop, wasn't I? Bro, guys, you have to tell me, am I off? Am I off lately? And here, this was just terrible. Wow. Very interesting. By the way, for those wondering why this is a checkmate, the king has nowhere to go and the pawn stops. So I could have fallen for that. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Say H2O in the comments if you watched this far, and have a great one. Bye bye.